Mind's Eye is being done dirty by the newest update. The key thing about Mind's Eye is that she has the ability to notify other survivors of where the hunter is. Kind of tell them where they are, where the hunter is, where the other survivors are located. And that can be very useful in random matches, especially when there's no communication involved or occurring at all between the different survivors. For instance, Survivor A doesn't know what Survivor B, C, or D is doing, so Mind's Eye hitting the ground is a great way to notify them. Simple done. However, the problem is, it comes to when teams are actually formed. When comms are involved, and let's face it, in every match, especially once you start getting past Mammoth, comms will inevitably be involved. They're going to be using Discord, Skype, whatever. They're going to be communicating. Suddenly, Mind's Eye skill becomes worthless, because everyone now knows where everyone else is. So you might be saying, well, no, it can still be useful because you won't know where the hunter is. But when comms are involved, you'll always know where the hunter is. Because Survivor A will say, oh, I'm next to the small church. Hunter just passed me. Well, suddenly, I don't need her to hit the ground anymore. And that's kind of what makes her recent update, so painful, because they don't inherently fix the major problem with her, which is she doesn't have options. You might be thinking, well, what about the other decoders? Well, even though they do not have the options of communicating with the other survivors like she does, they all have something that is an advantage over her. For instance, Prisoner has excellent knowledge of all of the ciphers. He knows which ones have been decoded, which ones are going to be decoded, and when comms are active, suddenly he can tell people, Cipher 1 and Cipher 2 are connected. Someone go decode that while I go, rescue. Or, this cipher in the far back next to the graveyard, it's almost complete. Someone go here and come finish it. So, him having knowledge of the ciphers is much more important than where is the hunter. And then, alright, then what about Lawyer? Oh, Lawyer might be, because Lawyer has the ability to see, foresight. And that pretty much tells him where the ciphers are located and where the hunter is. Well, that's actually kind of better. It's kind of better than what Mind's Eye can do. And the reason why is because when you have comms going on, especially in these higher matches, the major thing is you need to have the harassers communicating. Hunter is going this way. Prepare to hit them with a pallet. Hunter is going that way. Could someone please back me up? The last thing you want is for the decoder to constantly be saying, hey, where's the hunter? Hey, where's the hunter? Hey, where's the hunter? And that's where his ability becomes very useful, because suddenly he can instantly know where the hunter is and avoid without having to harass his fellow teammates constantly asking where is the hunter. Which is why it makes it so bad for Mind's Eye, because with Lawyer's ability, I can tap and do it constantly. I can, where is he? And then 1 second later, where is he? And 1 second later, where is he? But for Mind's Eye, that's not possible. She does it. She has a few seconds of knowing, and then suddenly, I don't know where the hunter is for the next 40 seconds, 50 seconds. So you might be saying, well, Mind's Eye is a great kiter. I mean, she has so many advantages for kiting. She can see where the hunter is when she's moving and tapping her cane. Sadly, because of the fact that you can kind of spam hitting the Lawyer's ability, the Lawyer kind of could do something quite similar, given the fact that his map doesn't run out before the match ends. Plus, the Lawyer has something very powerful that Mind's Eye does not. So the first is, he can vault, he can jump through windows, he can interact with environmental objects much faster than her. Plus, he cannot be terror shocked no matter what. So he's going to hop through that window? Well, congratulations, Hunter. You can smack him all you want. It's not going to count as a terror shock. But for Mind's Eye, who is the slowest involving interactions, both in, vaulting windows, in vaulting pallets, in dropping pallets, suddenly, terror shocking is almost a guarantee. And that just... So here we have Mind's Eye, where her skill is not useful because of comms. Her ability to kite is not as effective because other characters can do it. And she can be terror shocked when Lawyer cannot. And when you look at the decoding, currently, she's the fastest decoder. I mean, she can decode like nothing else. But in the newest update, she's going to have a 23% boost, while Lawyer at max will be 20%. That means there's only going to be a few second difference, and while a few seconds can be the life and death of a match, most of the time these matches are... The hunter is pretty much wishing that you don't end up having the cipher pop and everyone just starts scuttling off. Much, much different from the, oh no, I have to finish the cipher as quickly as possible. So what really needs to happen in order to make Mind's Eye more viable, to make her more part of the meta, is they actually need to update her options for combat. They need to update what she can do. Lawyer can know where the hunter is. Lawyer can identify ciphers. The lawyer can also be, he cannot be terror shocked. And he's quick at decoding. Prisoner has perfect understanding of all of the ciphers. He can look at each individual cipher and go, oh, this cipher here needs to be decoded. That cipher there is the next one that needs to be decoded. And he also has a shock, so he can instantly rescue. Granted, the rescue is very poor, but he can still rescue. Composer, very, very quick in decoding. He also has the ability to do a quick dash, if he needs to. Mechanic, she can decode 2 ciphers at once. And if no one is hit, she has very, very good decoding. In fact, she can even decode when she's in a chair, so... Alright, Explorer, last decoder. Explorer, what about him? Well, he can collect pages. Suddenly, he's holding onto a completely completed cipher, which could really throw the balance off in the match, especially when the hunter thinks they still have 1 cipher remaining. Plus, it can really hurt a lot of different hunters who are... their entire mechanic is messing with the different machines. I'm looking at you, Clerk, Hermit, Photographer. All of the other decoders have great abilities, but Mind's Eye is, alright, the hunter's over here for a few seconds. Alright, that's the end of it. That's not about it. Nothing else. And yes, I know she does have the side ability where she can decrease the effects of some of the hunters if she hits the ground when they're nearby, but that is so hunter specific that it's effectively not even worth calculating into her calculations. So what do we have here? We have 6 decoders. Mind's Eye is still the worst, no matter how much they adjust her stats. Please, give her some new options. Give her something new to do, some new skill that will help her in the matches. Have a good one, everyone.